Alright, I was going to have a skip for this video where I was going to run over my phone with my car, but not only did I forget about it, but I also have just been really busy this week, so I just never had time to do it before this video's deadline. I'm very sorry. But don't worry, we'll wait for Sonic Crossworlds to do that. What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video, and today I'm going to be reviewing one of my favorite games of 2025 so far, that being Mario Kart World. And despite what a lot of people have to say about this game, whether it be how it approaches tracks or its price, I think it's a pretty decent game, and I will tell you why. Because I've been waiting for generally good racing games to come out for quite a few years. I was so desperate that I was playing NASCAR Heat, and I don't even care about NASCAR. Well, I had a little bit of a phase. But still, you could say a game like this was about 7-8 years in the making. I got Mario Kart 8 Deluxe in 2018 with the Switch, and even though I did play the original on the Wii U, I didn't own a Wii U, and I only played it at my friend's house, so I've only been playing Mario Kart 8 for about 7 years, owning it. But of course, some people have been waiting for a new Mario Kart for over a decade, so I'm definitely not on the priority list. So with that said, let's get into the big idea that this game has, and that is that all the tracks are in a huge open world that you can explore, Forza style. I like this direction, as it connects all the tracks into one big island that I personally find really enjoyable. Of course, like many other Nintendo games, there's ways to get collectibles, which in this game is the stickers that you can put on your carts, and I guess on your profile as well. You find these through question mark blocks and P-switches, as well as some challenges sprinkled throughout the game. And where a lot of people don't like this game is the way you get to other tracks, that being the intermission tracks. A lot of people don't like this because it feels like you're going in a straight line most, if not all the time, as well as just simply wanting to play the track that you selected. When you're playing online, you can select a track, but you're really just being put on an intermission track to then go to that track that you selected just to do one lap. Definitely unfair, and Nintendo has had a couple of updates to kind of push more into the intermission tracks and then kind of push away from it after, negative feedback. And I definitely agree with it. However, I don't really mind the intermission tracks, and I think they're a perfectly fine addition to the game. I would rather play the actual tracks, but I don't think the intermission tracks take too much of the game away from me, and I find them just as fun as the actual tracks that you play. Like I said earlier, all these tracks are connected with the intermission tracks, so I guess what I'm really liking about it is the fact that it makes the whole Mario Kart world feel connected. Not only that, but I find the challenges that you encounter in these intermission tracks just as fun as the actual tracks that you play through. You can get pit stop food on the road as an item, you can go through these telephone lines and travel through them, you can jump on these rails, sometimes go over a bridge, and sometimes the game will take you through unexpected turns. I find these fun. But of course, I do understand why the public opinion is mostly negative. Next up, let's talk about the actual tracks, in which I really do like the handful that was selected for this game. Like other Mario Karts, we see new tracks as well as the rest of them being retro tracks, with some from Mario Kart Tour, which I personally like, and I think really fits the theme of the open world that this game is trying to show you. And I'll just say, I absolutely adore the Rainbow Road in this game. The music in this game is absolutely stellar, and the Rainbow Road music is especially amazing. I would definitely say that the OST for this game is going down as my absolute favorite of 2025. Now, with all that praise, what are some things that I dislike about this game? Well, for one, the character selection is definitely underwhelming, and I definitely don't like the UI that it uses. Now, I do like the addition of additional costumes that your character can wear, but characters like Donkey Kong and Pauline only have 2, and that's really underwhelming. That's why it's been talked about that they could possibly add DLC in the future, which I think is pretty possible, but I guess time will tell. Another negative thing I don't like is the limited collectibles that you can get, that being the stickers. I would barely call the costumes collectibles, considering how if you just play the game, you're gonna unlock all the costumes, especially for a character that you want. As much as collectibles go, stickers are the biggest one, and I think it's a little bit underwhelming. You can't put stickers on your cart or motorcycle, but why not more than one? And I especially say collectibles for the big part of Mario Kart 8 that this game got rid of, that being customizable carts. This was in Mario Kart 7, this was in Mario Kart 8, but they've gotten rid of it with World. And I find it just a little bit odd, because I do understand the idea of having pre-built carts, and I'm not saying that you should be opposed to that, but why not give players the option to have more than just one type of car to select? Why can't I, select wheels or maybe even a glider? Yeah, the gliders were cool to look at, but I think the way that gliders work in this game are so much cooler. Just having wings come out of your motorcycle or cart. And of course, with number 3, let's not forget about the biggest controversy of this game, that being the $80 price tag. As much as I love this game, I cannot defend an $80 price. In fact, I don't think there are many games out there that would constitute an $80 price unless it really took a lot of manpower, like GTA 6. This seriously should have been $70, and I don't know why Nintendo thought it was a good idea not to do that. Nintendo did try to soften the blow with the Mario Kart World bundle for Switch 2, which was only $50 more compared to the base console. So when all said and done, I think that a lot of the things that this game does is absolutely amazing, but the few things that it does do wrong, I just can't get behind. So I guess when all said and done with Mario Kart World, it has an amazing track list, amazing OST, but absolutely abysmal price point. But then again, I do love it, and it's why I give Mario Kart World an 8.5 out of 10. Thanks for watching, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!